Here we are. Good, good, good. I take out my glasses. I can see you. You can see me. This is Empower hospitality and travel industry. The home sharing saga continues with a very special guest today. We're not going to talk about any problems, or actually, we're going to talk about how you can solve your problems. Today, we have a very special guest. I actually didn't meet her directly, but her colleague and Christina, the name of her colleague, she actually showed up to be a very light woman, very positive, and I think today we need a lot of positivity. So I'm happy to introduce a very special guest, a very special woman that is an industry leader in the outsourcing area for the travel and hospitality industry. So, Maria, you want to talk about yourself? Just present to the audience.
Hi, everybody. My name is Maria Matarrelli. I'm Italian, but I live in Romania. I'm the founder of Reashore. Reashore is a European supplier of multi-language nearshoring services. We basically reduce your costs by providing frontline and back office services. That's what we do. We tend to focus on the travel industry, mainly because that's my trade. I've been working in the travel industry forever, 30 years now, so it's a long time. I started in the retail travel business, and then I moved on to online, and I was focused on online accommodation. So I worked for companies like Octopus Travel. Octopus Travel was part of GTA, which is now Hotel Beds. And then I moved on to Total Stay Group. Total Stay Group is now Jack Travel Web Beds. Okay. And when I was with Total Stay Group, this was back in 2008. I was in the UK. I lived in the UK most of my life. My boss at the time was like, right, there is a crisis. We need to reduce costs. What can we do? Fun enough, 2008 is now 2020, right? Same problems. So I decided to investigate Eastern Europe. I didn't particularly want to go to the East, India or the Philippines. It wasn't for me. So I decided to investigate Eastern Europe. I liked Romania. I investigated Romania a lot. I like Romania. I came to Romania, interviewed lots of people, and I realized what a wonderful, wonderful bunch of individuals that are in this country. I mean, they all spoke a different language. I mean, they all spoke perfect, excellent English, plus French, plus German, plus Spanish, you name it. I mean, they speak all of these languages perfectly. So at the time, because Total Stay was an international company, I needed languages. So I decided to try to start an operation center here in Romania. I started small, and to cut the story short, I moved basically all the operations from London to Târgu Mureș. Târgu Mureș is a small town near Cluj, where I'm actually located. And then again, to cut the story short, from zero, I built a 300 people plus operation in Târgu Mureș, and we were doing all sorts, from data entry to contact center to contracting, contract loading. We're doing absolutely everything. And so that was very successful, so successful that this center became the jewel of Total Stay. In the end, Total Stay sold it to Jack very successfully. And that's when I decided to finish my project, built this big company, help the company to sell. Most of you will know that they sold it to Jack and then to Webbeds. And that's when I decided, after a long time working for companies, building departments, I decided to start Reashore, mainly because I was already in Romania. I knew how to navigate the system, and I had the expertise. So I decided to start Reashore, and that's what I did. So this was back in 2016, and that's where I am now. It's been 4 years. It's been quite a journey, with difficulties, mainly because, well, now with the coronavirus is a problem for all of us, really. But so far,
especially for us Italian, right?
exactly. Especially
una parola per i nostri amici.
dai ragazzi, che siete forti, che ce la fate.
Forza Italia!
Forza Italia!
I see a lot of things going on. Actually, there are many Italians watching us, and they're all saying to me, parla in italiano. And the reason why I don't, I'm sorry, scusate, it's because we need to keep it as an international audience. So my mother doesn't understand me too much or almost anything, and some of my friends and family, but that's okay.
Our thoughts are with you guys.
We are all with you. Yeah, Forza Italia.
Yeah. Forza Italia indeed.
How is it, just very briefly, how is it now, the situation in Romania? Because here where I am in Norway, where Mondosol is located, they did the lockout. So there were some cases, 400 or 500, if I understood correctly, and they closed all schools and they reduced the time of opening for shops. But still, they didn't lock out like in Italy completely. How it is in Romania?
In Romania, only on Saturday, the president declared a national emergency, which is no lockdown. It's not, because we're still going out, we're still doing what we want. We just got to maintain distances with people, etc. But apart from that, we're still okay. There are only 150 cases.
Oh, not too bad.
Not too bad. But we're still functioning. Okay. It was only, on Saturday they declared it. So it's not too bad. It's really not too bad here. Thank God, really.
Yeah.
But let's see how it develops.
Yeah.
Who knows, But in terms of business, we're still okay. We still have our people in situ, so they're not working from home. They're fine. So we're okay compared to so many other countries. We're okay. We can't complain, really.
Now, talking about problems, you just said, I moved from Italy to UK and to Romania, and I did this company and I had some challenges. Let's talk about those challenges. What type of challenges did you find?
Do you know what? To begin with was okay. It is okay still. Lately, we've had again an exodus of company moving their back office once again, because this happened before, to the Philippines, to India. And but you know what? It's not really an issue for us, in the sense that Romania, we as Reashore, we offer quality. So it's very much quality versus price. I get it. In India, in the Philippines, it's much cheaper. I'm not sure about the quality. And that's okay. I know that when our customers come to us, they stay with us because they basically they can't do without the guys we recruit, because they're fantastic, they're excellent, they're dedicated, they're switched on, the English is fantastic. So once they get to us, they never leave, unless of course they have problems within their own environment, which has happened, unfortunately, but that's not because of us. So those are the challenges that we are challenges. I would even call them challenges. is, we've noticed the shift. It happened again in 2002 and 2003 when lots of companies moved, especially in the UK, moved the outsourced operations to India. Then they decided it wasn't good enough, so they went back. And Eastern Europe started. And I must say, I'm glad that I'm in Eastern Europe. I'm glad I'm in Romania because, as I said, it's up to the company to decide, as I say, quality versus price. We can tell the difference. We've got a customer that has staff with us at Reashore, but they also have people in India. And and the issue that my customer, people there, the trainers, etc., never had is that, you train the guys in Romania within a week. You need to train the guys in India 6 weeks, 7 weeks. It takes much, much longer. The guys here, they get it straight away. So that's what I'm saying. It's not a challenge per se.
Maria,
okay,
just one moment. I want to ask about this because I've been working as well a lot with people from all around the world. Why do you think is that? Why do you think someone from Romania or someone from India will take double the time, triple the time?
I can't tell you that. I don't know, Elio. What I know is that the guys here, they just learn quick. I don't know why. I really don't know. And I'm not saying that the guys in the East are not smart. On the contrary, they're very, very, very smart. And I know that, especially with regards to IT, as we know, they're very, very, very good. But somehow the complaints they had from my customers, it's not, about what I'm saying, it's about what my customers do say, that it takes longer to get, the guys in the East to learn compared to the guys here in Romania. So I don't know why, but that's the experience that I've got, so far.
We have a lot of people listening to you, so please just keep going. And so, very interesting. You're a woman that moves from her country to UK and then to Romania. Can I ask you, are you a single woman? Are you with someone else? Are you carrying your family with you?
I've got no family per se. I don't have children. I'm not married, but I'm in a relationship, yes, for 15 years. Yeah.
Okay, so you didn't have this, let's say, a link, and maybe for some women it's challenging, right, to mix family and business, family and career.
Indeed, and it was a choice. It was my choice. I spent most of my life traveling, for instance.
Tell something nice to our audience. Let them dream. Where did you travel? What did you see? What did you like?
Elio, oh yeah. I've been, everywhere I wanted to go to, I must say. My favorite, perhaps, is overland from Kathmandu to Tibet. I did that a few years ago. I've been to crazy countries, I must say. I've been to Syria lately. Well, just before the war started again in 2010. I've done the Silk Route, started in Istanbul all the way to China, through Mongolia.
Wow.
Then moved to the Koreas, both North and South. I managed to get into North Korea.
Wow.
Yeah, which is a bit silly of me, but I wanted to do it. I wanted to see it. I had to do it. There was an experience. Africa is my continent. That's the continent that I love the most. I absolutely adore Africa. So I've done a lot of traveling within Africa. But then again, I worked in travel. I mean, I was lucky enough when I was a bit younger. I worked in this very, very, very cool company called Use It Travel. It doesn't exist anymore, unfortunately. After 9/11, it went down. So it was a shame, really. But I had the opportunity to travel. Once upon a time, travel was different from now. I mean, I could go anywhere I wanted for free. Just to, give an example, I would just call BA. So can you give me, your 80, 90, so I will get 90% discounts. I could travel anywhere I wanted. Everybody wanted me to travel because I was selling travel. Therefore, they wanted me to, to experience their products. So I was lucky enough to have travel in that way. And then I carried on. That's my thing. Okay, now not so much because I'm I'm too busy. But I've got the travel bug. I've always had it. It's my passion. It's my number one passion. Hence the fact that having a family, having children wasn't exactly, good for me, because I thought I'm gonna do this if I have children. Very selfish of me, I know. But it was my choice. I chose that, and that's what I did. So yeah.
I understand. So you said that having children would have been a problem. Yeah, I agree with you.
Problem. I mean, it was an issue for me because I cherished my freedom more than anything else on this planet. So it was a personal choice, and.
No, but I kind of agree with you. The family part, it's beautiful to travel, but then especially I see with my child, she's in kindergarten, it's easier to travel because when she will start the school, then it will be much more linked to the obligation. She cannot miss a certain number of days during the year. Otherwise, actually here in Norway, they're very strict.
Yeah.
So me and my wife, we both love to travel, and I think when my wife will hear that you've been almost all over the place. Now I don't know if you can see, but this is a place where I want to go.
I can't see
behind my back. It's Santorini.
Oh, Santorini.
Have you been there?
Greece, but not Santorini. There you go.
Greece. Okay, great. So what about where you are touristically? What's the most beautiful things that Romania has to offer? And Transylvania, no, the land of Dracula.
Yeah, Transylvania indeed, the Dracula's land. Yeah, it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous. And what I love about Romania is mainly after living in the UK for so long. I love the UK. I mean, the UK is my country. Really, I lived more in the UK than I lived in Italy. I feel comfortable in the UK as well. But in Romania, what I love is the weather. I can't believe I can actually live the seasons. Here, spring is spring, summer is summer, autumn is autumn, and winter is winter. It's marvelous. I mean, it's very hot in the summer. It's very cold in the winter. I mean, we get up to minus 25 degrees. I mean, it's not. Wow. It's not easy. But then you are from Norway, Elio.
It's the same. Minus 25 even here.
Okay. So, but the fact that you can bear that because anyway, the weather is good in the summer. Apart from the usual for me now, the Dracula's castle in Bran and the Pelèche castle, not far away from Bran. All around, there are lots of beautiful, beautiful castles. Wherever you go, especially in Transylvania, just castles. They just, it's beautiful. It's really, really nice. And not just that, people are amazing. Really, people are great. Really, really good.
People are great. Maria, I just have someone call like you, Maria, and she say, "Ciao, non capisco niente."
Oh, povera, mi spiace. Mi spiace.
Yes, I had some Italian and I had to do the doubling. Now with you, it's absolutely no problem. Your English is perfect, better than mine. And I can see you've been in England. Where have you lived in England?
London City. I've always lived in London. Yeah.
Okay. So I guess you've been to the WTM, World Travel Market Show. Yeah, the host. Have you been to host?
No, I haven't. I was supposed to go, me and Christina actually were supposed to go to the ITB like everybody else this time around, but we couldn't, which is a shame really. So hopefully we'll make it to the WTM in November. I've been to the London one on the 26th of February.
Sorry. It just went to the audio. I was looking on Facebook, but anyway, I see a lot of people here on Facebook. They are writing out things. They are watching you. a lot of people from Italy. So again, Forza Italia. Let's hope everything's go well.
We love you guys.
Love you.
We love
I heard all this story went very viral. The not the virus, but actually the people singing.
Yeah.
building.
Gosh. And the Spanish did it too.
The Spanish did it too. Okay. I was just talking with an Italian that lives in Barcelona, Gianpaolo, that is also in the arena, making events, making webinars. We're working on a course together, and he was telling me that they did the lockdown in Spain, and they actually give you a fine if you go out that is not for food and medicine.
Same as in Italy, no?
Same as in Italy.
Yeah.
Fine or jail in Italy?
In Italy, it's 3 months jail.
3 months. 3 months jail. Yeah.
They know nothing about, but you know what? If it needs to be done, it needs to be done, right?
They do what they have to do.
Exactly.
Yes. Plus, no, I was just thinking, the difference of cultures. I have my wife and her best friend. They want to write some article in a blog about cultural difference. My wife is originally from Korea, and then she moved.
Really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
She moved to Norway, and she married an Italian, me. And then her best friend, Norwegian, moved to Greece, married a Greek man. And one of the favorite movie of my wife is the Fat Greek Wedding.
Oh, I love the movie. I love the movie. Oh,
it's very funny. It's very funny. I also love it. And there you can see the differences between culture. Do you see any difference between Romanian and Italian?
I mean, the Latin, So, look, these guys, they had it very tough. Yeah, with the communism. I mean, it was only 1989 that the communism collapsed. They had it very, very hard. And to see them now, you think, how, when, how can you, get on with it? How can you transform this country in such a way that, you think communist, what? But it's not just Romania, as you know. You go to Hungary, it's exactly the same. You go to Bulgaria, it's exactly the same. So, differences, of course, the difference. I mean, in terms of mentality, absolutely not. Italians, Romanians are very, very, very similar. I must say, very, very similar. They're just vibrant. I guess that when you go through such a hardship, okay, and I'm not talking about the new generation, of course, because, they haven't lived what the parents or grandparents have lived under Ceausescu. But, when you go through so much to then come out in this way, you go like, wow, good for you guys. It's they impressed me. They really impressed me. And what I love the most about the Romanians is just how they give 100%, especially at work. They really want to make sure that, they're doing a good job, that the client is happy. They're very, they want to please. Yeah. And they're not lazy. They work hard. They've got this work ethics that you just go like, wow, brilliant. It makes me really happy because especially with my business, that's what I need. I need people who will impress my clients so they can, increase the number of people they give me, etc., etc. If it wasn't for these guys, I wouldn't be here, I wouldn't exist. So I owe it to them, really. And I'm proud of them. I'm really, really proud of them, and I can't think of being anywhere else but here to do what I do, because as I said, when you've got an offshore company, you've got to rely on the people you recruit,
Just 1 second. Now, for my little daughter, for any children, can you explain what's offshore, reshore, outsourcing? Let's make it very simple, for the kids watching us. They don't understand what we're talking about.
Okay, there is a difference between offshore, nearshore. I call it nearshore really, nearshore and outsourcing. Okay, outsourcing is when you and your company come to me and say, right, Maria, this is the project. You do it. Please don't call me. I don't want to be involved. You do it all. You train them. You look after the performance. Just deliver the results. Not interested in talking to any of those guys. It's your responsibility. That's outsourcing. Nearshoring is when you come to me and say, right, Maria, I need, I don't know, 5 contact center staff to service my clients in French or in German, whatever, in English. So I recruit the people, I give them an office, I give them everything they need. They work under Reashore, because Reashore is a Romanian company, so the contract is between me and them. But there is a dotted line to the company in the UK or your company, etc., etc. So you look after their performance. You don't have to worry about the nitty-gritty. You don't have to worry about IT. You don't have to worry about computer. It's basically I provide you with the staff, and they are an extension of your team in Norway. The difference is they're not there, but they're here in Transylvania with me. So you tell them what to do. You control how they do the job, and I do everything else. So you don't have to worry about taxes. You don't have to worry about salaries. You don't have to worry about anything. You just give them to me and I'll sort them out. You just worry about training them, because you know your business. You know how you want the service to be delivered to your customers, right? Because, you've been doing it forever. So you tell them what to do. You look after the performance, and you don't have to worry about anything else. So I get paid an annual fee. And the annual fee, monthly pro rata, paid monthly pro rata. And in the monthly fee, everything is included. Okay, so as I said, you just don't have to worry about anything. We do it all. You just make sure that those guys are doing what you want them to do. And that's nearshoring, basically.
It's something that it's near you. You're still delegating to another company, but instead of completely you don't have any connection, it's kind of your own stuff, but it's not.
Exactly. So if they're late, for instance, you don't have to worry about it, because we're there to ensure that they're on time. They come to work on time. We look after the salaries. We look after everything, basically. And you know why, Elio, decided to do this? It's mainly because the feedback that I received and the experience that I've got as well with the business that I built previously for other companies is that outsourcing can be daunting, because, you outsource something and you think, yeah, but what is it that they're doing? How are they doing it? What if they're not doing the right thing? What if they're not saying the right thing? So a lot of people have said to me, look, we want to outsource this, but we want control as well at the same time. So nearshore is the perfect model, really, because, you can save on, because when you got an office, you got infrastructure, you got to pay rent, you got to have computers, you got to have all sorts, right? So it's not just the salaries that you're paying people, you got to to accommodate your staff. So by nearshoring these people, you save on infrastructure, which is very, very important. You're saving on operating costs, on capital costs, etc., etc. So, but at the same time, you control the service they're delivering to your clients, which, all my clients care about. They know how to do it, and they want these guys to do exactly how they do it in England, how they do it in Italy, right? They don't want me, Maria, telling them what to do, because I could perhaps mix the message, So they want control, and we're giving them control.
Okay, sounds good. It sounds good. And what are the challenges for your company then?
In general, you mean right now?
Right now, yes. Let's say the coming future. You said, by the way, you are not affected by this storm. This
Not yet, not
not
yet.
yet, not yet.
Not yet. Touch wood, not yet. No.
And you fix the problem by sending everyone's home and they're working from home.
If it happens, then if it's as bad as Italy, then I've got no choice. But we've got all of that organized, so we've got
You
the
have
kids.
everyone coming to the office, even the people that are not in Romania. You don't have some people from abroad, other countries.
In my office, no. They're all Romanians, yeah.
But with your company, you don't have some kind of virtual assistant, virtual office.
No. It's a proper, is a physical office with desks, with computers. It's just a normal center, really.
Okay.
So if something happens, then if the employees will need to work from home because there is a lockdown in Cluj where I live, then they can work from home. We've got the equipment, we've got the kit, we've got absolutely everything that we need. Internet is very, very good in this country, extremely good.
Yes.
So it doesn't matter if they're home, if they're in the office. But so far we haven't faced this issue ever. Well, since I've started Reashore. But you got to plan, considering what's happening around us. I got to make sure that we plan for any emergency, really. So there you go.
Okay. But so far, no problem whatsoever with this industry cracking down. A lot of businesses, I hear they are shutting down, bankrupt, liquidation. It's big guys now coming into the market to do acquisition, merging. Yeah.
But just to give an example, it's not an issue for us. On the contrary, we've got particular clients that was a travel company, smallish, been around for a long time, but they got acquired by a bigger company with offices in India, for instance, and but is one thing that didn't want to do is to move the call center from Romania to India, which would have been much easier because majority of the company is in India. But they were like, no, we'll leave the guys here in Romania because they've been around for 2 years. They know the business inside out. The travel agents are very, very happy with the service they deliver. So even though they got purchased by a bigger company, it wasn't a problem for us because even the bigger company didn't want to move the business that they had here with the employees that they've had, for 2 years, because they appreciate them and they don't want to move anyone elsewhere. So not challenges. The challenge is, of course, for us, if a company goes into administration, if a client of ours, could be travel, could be anything really, if they go into administration, then of course we got a problem, because automatically we will lose the contract. But what can you do? It happens, unfortunately. So you've just got to take it and move on.
Sure. And okay, what about the challenges for the industry? The travel and hospitality industry. What do you see is the future is holding for this industry? The near future. Let's talk about this virus that is infecting more the mind than the actual body of, the majority of people I'm talking about. And so this fear is coming into a very rational place where people are projecting very long time. I hear people want to cancel for their trip in August, in July.
I know. Look, it's fear, I guess. because we're getting mixed messages. Some people say, oh, this virus is going to stop in April. Some others say, oh, it's going to take a year. So people don't really know what's going on. I mean, I wish that, people, instead of canceling, I wish people would just postpone the trip, postpone it. So you're not going to leave the industry in tears, really. I wish that people could do that. I mean, I did it with Berlin, Christine and I, we just said, okay, fine, we can't travel now. Let's book it in May. Yeah, we'll make sure we come in May. We'll do something, Berlin, because I understand how the hotel industry works. I understand how the airline world works. I mean, it's a problem. It's a real problem. But you know what as well? I've been in the industry now since 1989. I've been through so many crises because, the travel industry, is the first industry that get hit, really. But, we managed to get out of the situation. Yeah, it's been difficult, very, very difficult. If I remember all the cases, including 9/11, which a lot of people lost their jobs, but, we moved on, and this is going to be exactly the same. We've been through this before. So, and I'm not going to say, let's chill, calm down, because I get it. It's quite, unsettling, really, for all of us. So, and I'm not going to say, let's
Yes?
I could hear myself there.
Yes, for a second, yes.
So I'm not going to say any different from what everybody else in the industry is saying, really. We'll come through it, like we've always done. So, as I say, I wish people, travelers, holiday makers, I wish that they could think twice before, canceling, getting the refund, etc. Because it's just not good for the industry. It's really not good for the industry. I mean, the clients that I've got right now, like all the other companies, all the other companies in the travel industries are suffering with all the cancellations. I get it. It's tough. It's really, really tough. But how can we convince people not to do that? Right now, nobody cares. We worried. So what can we do?
What can we do? That's a good question. What can we do?
Done there, all of us, if we really go back and think of what we had in the past, it's not different,
No, it's not different. But for the people listening, there are a lot of people listening on my profile on Facebook, on the page. What, guys, girls, what can we do? Because I think, like they say, for this virus problem, we are all part of the solution. Maybe part of the problem, but definitely also part of the solution. We can all do something. And I think to buy into this fear, I don't know if you have seen on YouTube, there is a cartoon that I suggest everyone to watch. It's called The Chicken Little. And the Chicken Little cartoon, you watch it? You've seen it?
I haven't seen it, no, but I will.
You will. So for everyone who hasn't watched it, I just tell very quickly the story. And it's basically this cartoon where you have chickens and then you have a wolf. And the wolf actually, he made himself as a god and pretend to create a perfect storm and make the sky falling and actually choose the chicken, the little chicken, the baby, the one that it's pure and don't know what to do now, and just start screaming, the sky's falling, and create this panic, this alarm into the whole chicken village. And so there is only the wise cock, the whole male of the village that is like, the sky cannot fall. This little chicken doesn't know what he's talking about. So the wolf understands that there is a problem to his plan. So kind of take the whole male of the village, the cock, into one corner and cover his mouth so that is isolated, and then again provoke this perfect storm, throwing rocks on the head of the little chicken, and again provoke this shock. So the sky's falling, and then they are like all in panic. What shall we do? What shall we do? Like you said. And the wolf said, go to the cave. So all the chickens are going to the cave, and guess who is coming to the cave after them? It's the wolf. It's the wolf that is preparing his meal. So with that being said, it's a tragic story, but I guess as 2008 or 9/11 and all other crises, there are a lot of people suffering because of this.
Yeah.
And actually, fear is a very bad sentiment, very bad feeling. Make people always do mistakes when you are moving out of fears, right?
Yeah.
Have you done any decision made of fear that you had to pay for it? Maybe during your trips or your career?
Trips, my career, no. I've always been very direct, very blunt. I'll just do what I feel I need to do. Traveling, yes. I've been to places that perhaps I shouldn't have gone to.
For example?
I don't know, a few. Perhaps North Korea is one.
North Korea, okay.
I doubts, but I kind of push myself. Other places, gosh.
Well, if you don't remember places, maybe you remember situations, something that happened, some mistakes you did because of fear. You said you've seen so many crises.
Yeah, and I got so many examples, but I think that the one that I remember the most is going to the Everest base camp, for instance.
Everest.
And the base camp, though, not climbing the Everest. No,
okay.
Not that fit. No. But I remember going up there, and gosh, it was very, very, very tough. And again, the fact that I knew, because of the air is very thin, and and lack of oxygen, etc. I knew beforehand, but I think that I feared it so much. You hear so many stories, and you hear so many people say, "Oh, you're gonna lose it." And if you feel that sick, then you've got to get a helicopter to take you back to normal altitude. So I already left, thinking I'm gonna feel sick. I'm gonna feel sick. And I didn't feel well. I mean, I really didn't feel well. But I think it was more than fear. It was the fear mainly. It was psychologically, I convinced myself that it was gonna be bad. It wasn't that bad that I needed to call the helicopter ambulance to take me down, but the fear killed me. Just before I got there, I'm thinking, what am I doing? I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die the Everest base camp. It wasn't like that at all. And then some stupid other situations that I've been. That was a bit silly. I was younger, I guess. I'm reckless. I've always been reckless in my travels. The more dangerous, the better for me. I get kick, adrenaline, call it what you want, like jumping off the highest bungee jump bridge in South Africa. I think it was 216 meters. I didn't think twice. I was just like, yeah, I'm doing it. And then I'm thinking, only now, what was I thinking? And I did 2 more within the same period. One after the other, I did the Vic Falls, which is only 110 meters or something. And then I did another one of 77 meters. What was I thinking? You know what I mean? I remember before jumping, I'm thinking, my insurance, does it cover this? What's going to happen if I die? Seriously, silly things that not sure. Jumping off airplanes, for instance, I've done that a few times. I was just like I was like, oh, cuckoo, But that's who I am, I guess. So even though, talking about fear, back to your question, even though I knew I was doing something possibly a bit reckless, I did it anyway, I overcame my fears, and but I wouldn't suggest people to do the stupid things that I've done because they're really reckless. Now I'll think twice, I think. But yeah. And there are lots and lots. When you travel, right? I'm sure that most of those who are listening know exactly what I mean. When you travel, you travel. I mean, unless you go to the beach and spend 2 weeks on the beach, lying on the beach, okay, you're safe. But if you just get your rucksack and go, of course there are gonna be problems. Of course there are gonna be issues. But you just go for it. It's life, right? In general. So there you go.
See. So you said that you were faced with the fear.
Yeah.
But it's like you challenged the fear.
Yeah.
And
fear was not going to win over me,
fear was not going to win. Okay.
No.
You regret it, or you're kind of proud?
I don't regret it because, I cherish the memories. I cherish everything I've done. I don't regret a thing. I think I can safely say I'm happy with the life that I've had so far. I did exactly what I wanted to do, especially with regards to traveling, which is my main passion. I've been everywhere I wanted. My career has been great. I've done, everything that I wanted to. Thinking now, would I repeat all of that? Sure. I mean, I'm traveling now, but I guess it's age, right? You think twice. And I don't have children, so imagine, yeah. But it's, I guess for me, it's adrenaline. I need a challenge. I have to have a challenge in life. Otherwise, there's no point for me, absolutely. Career is very, very important. With Reashore was exactly the same. I've been working for companies for years and years and years, and then you think, okay, you know what? I'm going to do something for me because I know how to do it. I've done it for everybody else. I want to do it for me. And it was a challenge. I mean, I'm in a country which is not mine, bureaucracy is not easy in this country, similar to Italy. Very similar to Italy.
Very similar to Italy.
Yeah, right here, you're just like, what? I had fantastic people with me because I didn't do it on my own, by myself. I had a fantastic team in Romania here who helped me, of course. But, it was a challenge. And then doing it on my own for myself, I thought, yeah, bring it on, I'm going to make it work. And I mean, it happened, and so far so good. So no regrets, Elio, no regrets.
I think our audience have really enjoyed listening to you, Maya. You sounds like an inspiring person.
Oh, thank you. This is so sweet. Thank you.
I would say a leader, right? You have your following. You have your group of people. The team might really love you. You're a very positive person. Sounds like someone very rich inside, because that's what traveling does now. We carry our luggage with clothes, but actually what we carry, it's the memories and everything that we take from the places that we go, and we carry with ourselves for the rest of our life.
And traveling, it gives you perspective, Elio. Yeah, life perspective. Yeah, life is not bad. Life, life is good. Life is good.
Life is good, yes. Because I hear a lot of positivity from your side, and you're actually a person that can have lived a lot of travels by living so many countries by yourself most of the time. And with all these challenges, the cultural, the language barrier, and then people you basically don't know, and this restarting, you did it twice at least. You reset your life from one country to another and to another. And it's very inspiring to me and to the audience. I think today they really enjoy. We have a lot of people coming in and out, and then I'm sure people will also watch the reply. I was just contacting people on LinkedIn, just to let them know that I think today it was a very, very good episode. I'm very happy you came, that Christina make us the connection, and that we can keep in touch, because I think good things will happen, and we didn't meet just by accident. I believe there is always a connection. Now, I would like to take the last few minutes before I switch off and go to bed, actually, as it's a little bit late. Same, actually, it's later for you, no? You are
2300. It's 2300 here. Yeah.
2300, yes.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna take the last few minutes just to give some news, some announcement, and if you wanna go, if you wanna say where people can find you or your company, or who they should get in contact, you can do it now before you go.
Yeah, you go on to the website, reashore.com. There is a form online. You can complete the form, and the form will come straight to us. Or you can send me an email directly, maria.matarrelli@reashore.com. So thank you.
Yes. So the website, that is this one. You said they can just come here and fill up the form somewhere. Very beautiful website. Here is the form, and they also get your phone, yes, and email. Okay, and then they can contact you on LinkedIn, Maria Matarrelli, and also if they want, they can find the page and maybe some other people working in the company. You are the director and founder of this company, only founder? You are the only founder, or there is another person, or more than one? Only one. Okay, very, very good. So thank you very much for being here today. I think our audience is very, very grateful, because there is a lot to learn from your story, especially women. I think you really show the courage to take your life by hand and to not be afraid, because being a woman, I think many are scared to travel, to be alone, and a lot of things can happen.
So I met the best people in the world, during my travels. So
I'm impressed. I'm really impressed. Really.
yeah.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much, Maria. Now I switch it over to the screen again. I'm gonna show you a few things, what we are cooking up. And ciao a tutti.
Ciao. Ciao Italia.
Ciao Italia.
In bocca al
Ok,
lupo.
in bocca al lupo, e che crepi questo lupo con questo virus, non gli italiani. Ok, bye Maria. Ciao.
Ciao.
Okay, so here we are. Just few things before we're gonna switch it out. Thank you very much for watching today this episode. I think if you haven't seen it from the beginning, you should go and watch again the replay. You can go it in YouTube, actually the YouTube channel Mondosol. And if you haven't done it yet, click, smash, destroy, whatever you want to do with the like button, just because it's easier then for people to find the content on the YouTube algorithm, as well as subscribe to the channel. We are trying to build a community on YouTube as well. Actually, the community on Facebook is much bigger. So again, you can find the same video on our profile, my own, and our page, Mondosol page. With LinkedIn, we didn't have any luck so far. I think Bill Gates still hasn't decided to show our webinar to his audience. Actually, Gates, that is so popular now because he made a prediction about this new world war with the virus and not with the weapon. But anyway, we want to smile, we want to enjoy life, and I really suggest you today more than yesterday is to watch travel movies. One movie that I really love, it's Mamma Mia, not because I'm Italian and it's actually not Italian movie, because it's that kind of movie that puts you in a good spirit with the ABBA songs and all the actors and actresses very famous. And the story is very enticing, this little island. I'm not going to tell you the story. Actually, there is the Mamma Mia 2, Here We Come Again. just watch it. Just take some time off the news, which is it's a hell. It's much worse. It's a megaphone. Okay, we probably need. I was just thinking with my little daughter and my wife why we are so attracted to negativity. For example, why there are less people listening to such an inspiring person like Maria, or to this show, which is the empowering show, the time where we try to give you power, where we try to give you energy, where we try to make you move forward in your life. And no, people instead like to watch something that drag them down. And why we get so hypnotized, why we are so naturally attracted, and we don't want to give out. No, I don't want to hear this bunch of baloney, this story, this fluff. I just want to hear reality, they call it. And my friend, reality is it's huge. Reality has everything inside. You have the good and the bad, the nice and the ugly. You have all around the world. You have a huge reality, and by the way, you can only see a small fraction of it. So the reality is not what someone tell you or what you say or what someone show you. Reality is everything. And sometimes it's good that in that everything you put something good, just because from what you see, what you hear, and what you think is also what you're gonna get. Yesterday I did the mistake to watch a program with the news, but it was good just to get into this situation, which is actually worse than what I was thinking, and probably was made up to be very strong, to create an impact, and to get people glued to the screen. And that's okay. But please listen to this episode, listen to Maria, take some trips, even mental trips, because today we have the lockdown. We need to stay inside the house. Just go to internet and just surf it. I was watching about Estonia yesterday evening. I don't know why then I switched to the horrible news, but you can just go to YouTube, or you can watch any videos you want. You can just take off, take a break, and travel with your mind. And actually, that's the most powerful thing you have: your mind, your imagination. So what I wanted to show you is our website, and not so much the main website, mondosol.com, which you probably know and you can come and see, but it's more the magazine. We are doing a lift. We're making some changes on the magazine. So we include news section, and we're gonna write more articles, so you can be interviewed in the magazine, and all the story, Maria and the others, will be featured in the magazine, as well as the shop. So the shop is always the last thing, and I'm gonna say bye-bye. I have to go. And for the one watching until now, you get to try the shop. I want you to try, just because once you try, you will see if you like the experience with what we offer. And what we offer is travel accessories, home accessories, and now even these courses. So you can try, for example, our first release course. It's on super special offer. It's actually 10% the price, and it's much less than the value, because this is 5 years pack of experience that we did with Mondosol. Mondosol, as you probably know, if you don't know, it's an educational company. We started in 2010, and even before it was called Mondello, and it was in Italy, doing mostly languages. And then in 2017, a journalist and the hotel union in Italy, they announced that Mondosol was the third largest Airbnb account. It was actually more like you are the third enemy of the hotel union, so like be scared of it. But we were proud to be interviewed by the #1 newspaper in Italy called La Repubblica, and from the journalist that is also kind of a friend, Riccardo. We've been featured also in his book that I'm thinking should come up very soon. And by the way, all this experience, over 2,000 reservations and thousands of people traveling in one of the property featured in Mondosol and in the Mondosol account in Airbnb, Then all this experience, we package it up, and now we are releasing to the public. We are doing a dripping. We are putting content little by little. This is our e-learning platform. It's a university platform. If you're not familiar with it, it's called Moodle. And we are creating this course that we call the Mondosol method with a lot of content, different modules. And you basically have the possibility to learn everything we've done in the 5 years. And when I say that we have done, is that we are preparing a different type of model of learning. There are a very common way of learning, which is watching. You can watch on YouTube free videos or anywhere you want. You can read blogs, for example, articles, ebooks, and you can listen to podcasts. But actually the most efficient way, and compared to the other methods, you can get 5-10% maximum as memorization. You can remember out of all these three ways, watching, listening, and reading, only 5-10%. But the most effective way, it's doing. So we want to bring to you the method as well that is different from everybody else, where you will learn by watching, reading, and listening, by mostly doing. We will put you direct contact with our tools, the software that we use, and you will basically try to do what we do in the same way. And that's the way we think you're going to learn the most. So if you haven't done it yet, just by curiosity, sign up. It's going to be a trial for you and for us, because we want to do a test with a small group of people. We want to make sure we get your feedback and that we package this course for your needs. And then we're going to release it to the public and increase the price exponentially. This is a course that it's worth $2,000 or euros, whatever it is, the currency that you're paying in. So do it now that you can afford it. Maybe, everyone should. And also another thing I'm going to offer, not just for the course, but for anything you want in the shop, we did a little revamping also in the shop, with the menu, with the homepage. You can see we have the giveaway. You can play. This is fun. It's a scratch and win, and you can win. There are several things you can win. The award is $1,000. And there are the different type of products categorized with these emoticons. And then you have the me section. You can learn how you can make some money, the Mondo Cash or the cash points, and then things that you can learn. We are very focused on education because we are an educational company. So we create a lot of content in the magazine, in the Mondosol.com, and in the shop. And the last thing I'm going to say as a gift to you, thank you for watching, is this. Once you join the shop, and you can join right now, basically, you will get money. You will get points. You will get money just for joining. It's free. There is this social media account integration if you don't want to create a new account. By the way, this is safe. This is powered by Shopify, which is the biggest e-commerce platform. The payments also are protected by PayPal. So if you pay and for any reason you're not happy with what you get, you're going to be protected by PayPal. I'm not just going to say that we're going to refund just because we want to stay in the long term. We want people, we want to help people, and we don't want to rip off anyone. We don't want to create anyone unhappy. So we don't even want you to return any products. You can just give it to someone else if you don't like. Just don't abuse this idea. And also the fact that you can get points and money. Also don't do any scam. Sometimes this happens. I'm sure it's not you. This is mostly for us to give something on the house now, to show you that we like you. We want you to be part of this community, this movement. So you can just register now, create an account, get your $10. Also, you can get more money if you want to. You can earn in different way by doing this sharing, reviewing. You can, everything you buy, you get money back. You can celebrate a birthday, and all this contribute for your Mondo Cash or Cash Point, whatever you want to say. And once you get a certain amount of money, at 10, at 20, 30, 40, actually you can make up to 50, because we also have the referral program where every people you bring to the store after you register and you share your link, they get 34, you get 17. So there you can see you can make a really lot of money, and you can start to shop things. And I would like to know if you like what you get. If you're happy, you can leave us a review. Okay? Thank you very much for watching, and I see you next week. Bye. Ciao. Viva l'Italia.